Hello, my name is Andy, and I'm a minister for Trinity of Christ.org, Trinity of Christ Ministries, and we can be found at trinityofchrist.org. I would like to start us off in this Bible study with some music, and I would like to prepare our hearts so that we can hear the Word of God. This is I Give It All to You by Damascus Road.
Free
let's lay our burdens at Jesus' feet. Today we're doing Genesis 25, the death of Abraham. Abraham had taken another wife, whose name was Keturah, and she bore him Zimram, Joksan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Joksan was the father of Sheba the Dedan. The descendants of Dedan were the Asherites, the Letushites, the Limerites. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Epher, Hanok, Abidah, and Edah. All these were descendants of Keturah. Abraham left everything he owned to Isaac, but while he was still living, he gave gifts to the sons of his concubines, and sent them away from his son Isaac to the land of the east. Abraham lived 175 years, and Abraham breathed his last and died at a good old age, an old man and full of years. And he was gathered to his people. His sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah near Mamre, in the field of Ephron son of Zohar the Hittite, the field Abraham had bought from the Hittites. There Abraham was buried with his wife Sarah. After Abram's death, God blessed his son Isaac, who lived near Beer Lahai Roi. Ishmael's sons. This is the account of the family line of Abraham's son Ishmael, whom Sarah's slave Hagar, the Egyptian, bore to Abraham. These are the names of the sons of Ishmael, listed in order of their birth. Nebaioth, the firstborn, Ishmael, Kedar, Abiel, Bisham, Mishhamah, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tamar, Jetur, Naphish, and Kedemah. These were the sons of Ishmael, and they are the names of the 12 tribal rulers, according to their settlements and camps. Ishmael lived 137 years. He breathed his last and died, and he was gathered to his people. His descendants settled in the area from Hivlah to Shur, near the eastern border of Egypt. As you go towards Asher, and they live in hostility, towards all the tribes related to them, as it was predicted. Jacob and Esau. This is the account of the family line of Abraham's son Isaac. Abraham became the father of Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebekah, daughter of Bethuel, an Aramean from Padan Aram, and sister of Laban the Aramean. Isaac prayed to the Lord on behalf of his wife because she was childless. The Lord answered his prayer, and his wife Rebekah became pregnant. The babies jostled each other within her, and she said, "Why is this happening to me?" So she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said to her, "Two nations are in your womb, and two peoples from within you will be separated. One people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger." When the time came for her to give birth, there were twin boys in her womb. The first to come out was red, and his whole body was like a hairy garment, so they named him Esau. After this, his brother came out, with his hand grasping Esau's heel, so he was named Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when Rebekah gave birth to them. The boys grew up, and Esau became a skillful hunter, a man of the open country, while Jacob was content to stay at home among the tents. Isaac, who had a taste for wild game, loved Esau, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Once, when Jacob was cooking some stew, Esau came in from the open country famished. He said to Jacob, "Quick, let me have some of that red stew. I'm famished." That is why he is also called Edom. Jacob replied, "First sell me a birthright." "Look, I am about to die," Esau said. "What good is the birthright to me?" But Jacob said, "Swear to me first." So he swore an oath to him, selling his birthright to Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau some bread and some lentil stew, and he ate and drank and then got up and left. So Esau despised his birthright. Okay, I forgot to put this up on the screen, but that's fine. You could probably tell what's going on by my reading. So, Abraham passes, and he is buried with his wife Sarah. And Isaac has two children, Jacob and Esau. And right from the womb, they struggled with each other. And they still struggle with each other today. Now, Esau was a fool, for he did not count his birthright as something of value. All he could see what was in front of him. He was hungry and he wanted stew. And so he sold his birthright for nothing, almost, for some food and a drink and some bread. I can't imagine how pleased God was with that action. But Esau wasn't to receive the gift. As it was foreseen and foretold, the younger will be the one who gets the birthright and who will become blessed and become the people of Israel. Now, who are we to argue with God? This reminds me of Adam's children, Cain and Abel, where Cain made a sacrifice to God and Abel made a sacrifice to God as well. And God smiled on Abel's gift and not on Cain's. And of course, we know how that ends. He kills Abel. Cain kills Abel in a jealous fit. But it makes me think intent in faith is everything. Are you willing to sell your birthright for the things of this world over eternity with God in heaven? We all face that choice. We all do. And there's no evading it. At some point in life, we're going to be challenged and we're going to be given a choice to stick with God or to go for what's easy. I pray that we choose the right choice. God bless you all. Thank you for listening, and have a good day.